At here. Other team on defense, it does appear that they are going to favor that Soldier 76 instead of a Widowmaker. That's going to be played by Harspin. Moo will be on the Mercy. Zuzu, I told you Lucio's always have the best name. Zuzu on Lucio for the moment. Rella on McCree. Stoilish, yet to pick his hero. And Hideki on a Reinhardt.
Stoilish, I would almost expect to see a Reaper or something come after that, or a defensive Pharah, also a good option. But seeing a lot more Pharahs on defense, especially in light of the recent nerfs, so defensive Pharah very well could be a fixture. Meanwhile, though, looking at the SG-1 side, as they set up their offense, it's going to be Seda on the Junkrat, Zappis on 76, Mafu on the Widowmaker, Laze on Mercy, Fraggy on the Roadhog, and Himsy on the Hanzo. So this is effectively a copy-paste of what we've been seeing Rogue run a lot with the double sniper offense. And they don't even care about the Widow nerf. They're still going to be running for it. So let's take a look at Mafu as Mafu tries to put Widowmaker to use here in a meta where Widow has been nerfed a little bit.
Yeah, Stoilish did pick that Pharah. He might have a bad time going into this offense. 4 hard counters for Pharah coming out, and Fraggy makes quick work of him early on with the hook.
Yeah, this is not a good place to be flying around as Pharah. I think Pharah switching off would be good, but now the defense, they have to be careful. They already lost one person early on, and this is where if the offense is able to get another kill or two, they could really snowball things and take this hard-to-take point relatively easily. So SG-1 is in a great situation right now as they move forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's much safer to hold in the server room, kind of negates some of the distance damage that they have on offense, but that shield gets cracked very early by the Junkrat. Everyone trying to reinforce, getting picked off, coming in by Zapdos and Mafu. Looking rough.
Mafu is feasting right now. He already has 1 kill, looking for more. The offense has 4 kills total. The defense completely discombobulated. They were going for the server room defense, but just about nothing went well for them there as they were setting up. And as a result, SG-1 is just going to roll to this first second checkpoint.
Yeah, then they got kind of split up there at the end. They lost a couple people late. Zuzu and Rella were kind of just loafing about. They got picked up late, so they're not going to be able to join this defense anytime soon. Defense has this half effort up on the bridge with the Winston 76. They need to bail out of there. He dies. This Reinhardt needs to bail too. They need to find a spot where they can actually get together as a team.
No, the defense here for other team, they just need to back up and regroup because SG-1, they're chaining death after death. The defense looks very discombobulated, and as a result, I mean, look at Zappis right now. Zappis is fully pushed up, landing all sorts of poke, and the payload is just cruising through this hangar phase, which usually gives teams a lot of trouble on the offense.
They're giving it up, and I don't, well, they're going to come in actually bottom left instead. Here comes a huge tire, though.
Oh, a tire for the offense, going to take out 2. That is a double kill, as the offense now really has everything going their way. The payload is almost forward, and unfortunately for other team, they have not been able to get anything going here. This has been nothing short of dominant coming out from SG-1.
Yeah, they needed to give up. They lost a couple supports there. This is the time where they should be giving up. This Winston dive-in is absolutely foolish. So he gets punished, goes Stoilish. Moo then dies as well, and at some point you just have to keep backing up so you can get your full 6.
As Zappis and Mafu right now laying down the range damage. Zappis going to take out Hideki. Mafu getting a pick just a moment ago. And the key thing here is that the offense has been able to chain death after death right now. We know the attack visor coming out from the defensive 76 will take out the Mercy if nothing else, but Mafu will be on point, will snipe him out. And again, even though the Winston now is on the point, he might not be long for this world, and there's just... The defense is not coordinated at all right now in dealing with this SG-1 onslaught.
No, it looks like they've had moments where like, okay, everyone group up and let's do it here. Then 1 or 2 people will dive in instead. They just don't seem to be all on the same page at all.
You see Hideki here on the defense going to drop the airship. It doesn't matter as the Dragon Strike coming in from Himsy, taking out 4 people as they're just going through that respawn area. The Dragon is absolutely sated. And SG-1 now in perfect position to set what is going to be an incredibly fast time here on Gibraltar.
Well, now they're just looking to stall out. I actually like the resurrection there. Brings up Stoilish on the cart, stalls out the cart for at least a moment here. The Mercy's the only one alive in there. She's trying to keep the Reinhardt up. Really just trying to buy as many seconds as possible. That Dragon, though.
That was a value Dragon, to say the least. I think we're going to be getting an instant replay on that Dragon. And here it is. I'd be surprised if there's anything else. I mean, it could be, but it's probably just going to be that Dragon eating 4 people at the end. And it is absolutely a replay of that moment. So what happened here, they were just coming through the respawn area, and that is the wrong door. Jeez. At least when a Dragon is coming through it. So 3:30 is the time to beat. SG-1 setting a lightning fast time on Gibraltar. And other team, I thought they'd be putting up a stronger fight, but SG-1 might have just leveled up their game that much.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I could almost hear the comms for other team of like, wait, wait, wait. Then two people would say, no, go, go. And then two people would die when they just weren't all on the same page because it looked like they were going to hold outside of the doors and give up a hangar completely, which I thought was fine. You had to do it at some point. Your defenses get there. And then two people kind of trickled in through the doors, got punished by a tire. Then it happened once or twice more where it seemed like four of them had one idea and two had another, and that just never worked out. I just think that the communication there, at least what I saw in the field, didn't look to be 100% there.
No, other team, they had a lot of issues, but again, let's not take away here. SG-1 had a very good offense coming in. They were able to use Widow to pretty good effect. The soldier play from Zappis was absolutely on point. And even the Hanzo, a hero that we don't see as much in Gibraltar, though certainly Rogue and Tavik bringing it a little bit more into play. The Hanzo had some good moments as well, so well played the SG-1. And other team, they might be in an unwinnable situation here. Having to go forward on Gibraltar and beat a time of 3:30, it's not impossible, but it's going to be so difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It looks like they are going to probably sell out here on a server room strategy as they are running a Symmetra here, knowing that they just have to really just stall out as much as possible. Seta will be running that Symmetra, Mafu on a 76 on defense, Lizay is going to be on Mercy, Himsy will be on the Roadhog, Fraggy comes up as a Reinhardt, and Zappis on Trash Mouse, Junkrat.
Oh,
all right, we'll take a look here at the offense coming out from the side of other team. An offense that is going to have to fly through this map if they want any hope of staying alive in this tournament. It's going to be Hairspin on the 76, Rella on the McCree, Hideki on Reinhardt, Zozo on the Roadhog, Moo on Mercy, and Stoilish on Lucio. So Zuzu no longer on the Lucio. Sad times.
Oh, but Stoilish is another cool name for Lucio. If you're playing Lucio, you have to have a cool name, and I think Stoilish is up there.
All right, so the timer has started, a time of 3.5 minutes. Again, other team is going to have to just fly through the map here. Easier said than done. We'll see if they have it in them.
Well, we are in the last best of one round, and it's going to be up to other team to put a super fast time up here. Seta already at 50% charge on that teleporter, though. Someone ate an orb.
Yeah, and Zappis right now, you look at him in the back, he's just very content to sit here, back on Junkrat, lay in the spam, and this is a huge problem to deal with. He's behind a Reinhardt, it's not easy to get in on him. If you were to dive the server room, he could punish you even harder. And this is why you see teams run Junkrat so much in these situations right now. And look at this, the offense right now, they're struggling to get going. They're getting just bounced around here by the Junkrat, and the tire could be in play any moment right now as the payload not really moving a whole lot. And here comes the tire, it's already charged up. We'll look at value coming in over the top. Not going to do as much as they would like, but Mafu is going to pick off one here for the defense. In good position here at the 76. And if they look at the server room, they're just going to get picked apart by the soldier to the side.
Yeah, Teleporter's going to be coming down momentarily thanks to Seta with some really cool sentry positioning there in the top corners of that arch. A huge Earth Shatter comes down as well, going to clean up the rest of this bridge gang.
Everything going SG-1's way right now. That is sort of textbook Watchpoint Gibraltar defense, where they're positioned in the server room. In fact, GG already being called here from the offense. They know that they're not going to be able to get through this in time. I think mathematically they still have a shot, but a quick concession coming out from the side of other team, and that's going to be that. SG-1 will move on to the round of 8.
Yeah, I would imagine they're going to be facing off against Graviton Surge in the next round. Our next rounds, I know you've all been waiting for it, are best of 3, so a little more perhaps compelling action awaiting you in our GosuGamers EU Weekly 13. This, of course, is brought to you by DX Racer, OWKings.com, and Rocket. And you're wondering, how can you get some of that gear? Type exclamation point giveaway in the chat. Moobot will hook you up for a link with the giveaway. We're giving away a chair. We're giving away some Rocket gear. We're giving away subscriptions to OW Kings. And of course, you know, since we're giving you stuff, if you guys want to donate to the prize pool, our exclamation point Matcherino in chat brings you to our Matcherino page. Coupon code GGEU13. And if you want to throw some bucks in on top of that, we'll of course be reading your donations as well. That money goes right into the prize pool, right to the players.
Yep, and of course, donations over $5 will even be on the scroll in the upper right. Just to show that you are supporting the players and all the rest. Really cool, those of you who do so. But taking a look here at the bracket as things move along. Reunited, of course, getting through some of the early rounds. No surprise there. They look to be on a potential collision course with BBB Boys. That's a name I recognize, although I'm not sure who's on Too Strong. Might have to look into that a little bit later. Melty is getting through the other part of the top bracket, up against UA. Meanwhile, Pret's another dark horse that's really been making a name for themselves as of late, looking to potentially be on a crash course with Melty. So top bracket shaping up. Meanwhile, looking here at the bottom half of the bracket, Creation, of course, moving forward up against Crusade right now. Creation certainly favored. We saw them a little bit earlier in the day. Don't really know what to think of Pod Champ versus THTM, aside from the fact that PO to G Champ or Play the Game Champ. We've seen them in tournaments before, so might give them the edge here over THTM, but that's a match that really could go either way, I feel like.
Too strong. And of course, yeah, well, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, the final matchup to look forward to, SG-1 has made their way into the winners round of 8, or round of 4 here coming up. No, round of 8, I was right the first time. And they are potentially on a collision course here with Graviton Surge, and that should be an absolutely great game. And that'll probably be the game that we're covering next. Yeah,
Too Strong. I mean, you mentioned that you weren't sure who was on that roster. There's just some familiar names. Evoke is on that roster. They're managed by MKL, and Icefelt is on that roster as well. They're 25 ranked in the world, 12 in Europe as well. They've been moving up those things pretty good. They've actually lost to OW Kings, is a team that we've seen a lot, but they lost 2-3, so a very close set. They're playing good teams close. Which is super important. So Too Strong, something to look at, some familiar names on that roster.
Oh, absolutely. So we should be getting into this here in just a moment as we wait for the teams to set up. Graviton Surge, in fact, take a look. I think they are still in game. Take a look at what Crew is doing right now. They are still in game. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a short break, about 3 or 4 minutes, give us a little bit of time as we wait for the teams to set up, but we will be right back. This is the GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly EU Cup. And after a break, we'll be getting right into the round of 8. We'll be a best out of 3. Very potentially could be SG-1 versus Graviton Surge. And if that is the case, it is a game you don't want to miss. So we'll be back in just a moment.